Running a personal business as an employee. So you work for another company, then you started like a side hustle. You have your hobby, something that you are very interested in, and then you started earning some money, and then it is becoming very meaningful to have such an activity bring you a lot of money. Now, when you are getting employed, you sign an undertaking or your contract states that you shall not indulge in any other business. This is done so that you can fully concentrate on your employer's work, okay? Which usually in the world of digital entrepreneurship and Gen Z movements, we are being told that you cannot always work on someone's dreams, but yes, you are either selling your time to your boss or buying other people's time or going all out on your business. So if you find yourself in such a situation, there are a few things you need to do so that you can manage conflicts of interest, because this conflict of interest in can be really, really terrible. It can cost you the job. And usually you are in a place where you don't really want to lose your job. That's why you're still holding on to it whilst you are working on this other thing. Sometimes maybe for the fun and then hoping that it can become a business yourself. You need to look at these five things. The first one is to put clarity to the business. When you have a side hustle, you need to try as much as possible that it never ever contends with your employer's business in any way. It doesn't contend with the profit that your employer's business. It shouldn't be in a way that it's in competition with your employer's business. So for me, I work for a real estate company. My side hustle should not be a real estate business. It shouldn't be any form of business that people will have to consider between giving me the gig or giving it to my boss. Any gig that comes to me belongs to my boss. Okay, yeah, it belongs to my director. Usually, my director doesn't like being called boss. I apologize on this. Okay, yeah, so you need to really look at that. That's the first thing you need to do. There's clarity that I am a real estate employee. I am playing guitar for other people. There is no way they're going to contrast each other and uh, compete with each other. Okay, you are working for a transport company. Your side hustle is an oil and gas business. There is no way they will ever compete. If they compete, that you now have to sell oil to your employer's transport business, you need to put clarity to it. You need to disclose it. So the next thing is to disclose this. So that takes us to the next point in this issue. You have to disclose all kinds of engagements that you are doing. So if things like this happen, it's good to put in writing that I know I work for you, I do this as well. It brings me this kind of revenue per month or per year. Anytime anything like this comes up, I will openly announce that this is where I find myself. The best way is to actually work out of meetings that make decisions on such stuff. But the best other thing to do is to actually stay away from these things in a way that your business actually probably complements your boss's own. Okay, you shouldn't contend even when it finds itself in a place that you need to put that kind of clarity out there. So think about this one as well and be careful how you manage it. The next one is to optimize your life. We all have 24 hours. We spend 8 hours sleeping and 8 hours at work. You have just 8 hours more to work on your dreams. Never ever work on your personal business with your employer's time. So the other 8 hours is the time that we used to eat, the time we used to commute to work, the time that we used to socialize, the time that we used to do a lot of personal hygiene issues, going to the loo, peeing and stuff like that. Okay, usually people don't talk about it, but it's real. So you need to optimize your time. You cannot have a personal hustle, side hustle, especially one that if you are doing it only on weekends, that's fine. But sometimes it's a daily something. You cannot spend 2 hours in traffic to work and back. You've lost 4 hours. You will certainly be compelled to use either your sleeping time or your time to work for your employer for this. So if you can stay close to work as possible, then you have a lot of time on your side. Okay. If you can work so hard as possible, if you can shrink your sleeping time from 8 hours, you can shrink it to 5 or 6. I hope the doctors don't come after me. For me, I do 6 hours of sleep, which I believe is fine. So if you want to be like me, probably. What about okay, if you want to be like me, you can do 6 hours a day. So that buys you some other 2 hours. Okay. Then yeah, always take a nap at work during break time, 30 minutes. Some of these hacks and stuff that I use to manage my own. So there is that kind of way. Optimal, I stay very close to work. I spend 30 minutes in traffic to work. I spend 1 hour coming back. Sometimes I deliberately stay very late so that I can spend 30 minutes coming back. So if you have to leave very early at dawn, so you might beat the traffic, it's good for you, okay? The very bad advice in this is that sometimes if you get to work so early, too early, then you can at least make some calls and the like on your personal hustle. This one is my favorite. You live on your job, but you live for your business, okay? Um, when you are being employed by someone, usually they pay for your health, they pay for your food, your accommodation, everything else is sorted by your job. So your side hustle should not in any way be compelled to fend for your livelihood, because when you do that, you are going to strangle your side hustle. You get it? So allow your side hustle to flourish. You reinvest the money, so you're even supporting it with your personal job's money. Because usually young businesses are like a black hole. You're going to be putting a lot of money, but you're not going to be seeing too much coming up. Okay. So if you have to live on it, it's going to be really, really stressful for the business. So live on your job, but you have to know that one day this business is going to be your social security. So if you have a private business, you shouldn't be too much into the social security retirement issues. Your business is your retirement. Be proud of it and go all out for it. It's worth it. Okay? Think about it. The next one is pace yourself. You are not going to have the opportunity to blow in a day or two like other people you see around doing this, okay? People who work on their personal business full time can just blow up anytime and stuff like that. But if you are doing it as a side hustle, you need to pace yourself. Some things will take a longer time. Don't be angry yourself. You have to appreciate that this is what it is. This is not my all in all, okay? It's just a means to an end for me. And you allow yourself to grow. Don't compete. Don't get depressed. Don't let people confuse you. Don't let people talk you down in it, because I go through this a lot. It's something that I go through too many times, and I'm sure about it as I tell you about it. Just pace yourself one thing at a time to make sense someday, okay? And the last one is that there's time and chance. Anything can happen, an opportunity can come your way, and boom, it's worth it. You drop the pen at your workplace, you tell the director, I'm gone, never to come back again. Okay, so yeah, that time will certainly come. Do it well. Give 3 months notice, give 6 months notice. Be open-minded about it. Hand over very well, and go hustle your way through on your personal business. I believe it's worth it.